What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the Blacksmith Podcast where we forge men. All right, today we are going to continue. I'm recording it right after the other one, but we're going to continue on the Boxable earnings call. This is going to be part three. All right, so we're going to get back into it. Listen, if you're watching this one and you haven't seen the other ones are on the video playlist, right? If you look at the playlist, or if you go to videos, just look at Boxable. It was a Discord. And so you'll have all the information you need. Don't watch it from here. Go get the part one. All right, here we go.
Um, okay. I don't know if I'm missing someone. Let me go up. Do investor buy a full price if want to purchase a casita? And also how will be? Well, this is very interesting about the full price of a casita. I think we no, I don't think we recently took a decision of posting an offer online. It's going to be post very shortly. So it's going to be an opportunity to buy casita with a discount. I encourage you to see our social media. We're going to release that shortly. Uh,
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what he said there. So on the earnings call, they had closed caption, and let me see if he has it. No, there's no setting for closed caption. He said something about the casita there. Sorry. If you understood him, I didn't. He has a very thick accent. It's not bad. It just makes it hard to understand what he's saying. But he said something about the casita.
how about teaming up with an automotive company to build living on wheels? Well, it's interesting. It's a very interesting question, right? Before coming to Boxabl, I was a CFO with Honeywell Automation business. Uh, we do a lot of interaction with automotive companies because we strongly believe that if we manage to achieve the volume of automotive with the manufacturing approach, advanced manufacturing approach of automotive, we strongly believe that we can keep driving a leading position in the industry. Whether to build with an automotive a living on wheels, well, we did the baby box. Is exactly that. It's a little home experience on wheels.
All right, so he actually said a lot there. I hope you were paying attention. So this man right here, Martin, was it Costas? He said, it's interesting you said that about teaming up with an automotive company because prior to coming to Boxable and being the CFO for Boxable, I was the chief financial officer for Honeywell. And so he's letting you know that he is no slouch. This guy ain't no punk, so to speak. So if you don't know what Honeywell is, all right. So there you go. A large publicly traded multinational conglomerate corporation headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina. It operates in four main businesses: aerospace, building automation, industrial automation, and energy and sustainability solutions. Honeywell is a big company. Let me see. Let's see what it's trading at. It's trading at 229. So he's telling you, look, I it's not I don't want to brag, but I know what I'm doing. I came from Honeywell over here, and I mean, over time, this company has done extraordinarily well. So he's letting you know he's no slouch. Then he follows up and says they do plenty of business with automotive companies because they want to, they're trying to be a household name. They're not trying to just come to play around and be some little fad for a little bit and then decline. No, 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 no. They're trying to be a household name. And then the third thing he actually pointed out was that the baby box is a house on wheel. It's built to, I believe they said in part one, RV code, not house code. All right. And it is a house on wheels that you can actually transport. And I believe they call it glamping, glamour camping. So if you were to tow that with you, now you're not sleeping in a tent. You'll have a pull-out couch or a bed in there. You fold that thing out. It's going to be more of a glamour camping trip. All right.
As I consider investing in Boxable, what is the net profit per unit, either percentage or money? Well, right now we have different units. I don't really want to disclose that for the product that it is not having a price available, because obviously I am doing negotiations on a daily basis with customers. I will say that Casita product right now, you can see a profit that it is about $15,000 per unit.
All right. So he said he didn't. Oh, look, pause it. He said he didn't really want to say, but then he said that he is seeing about Casita is their flagship product, right? That's the one that they're selling the most. The Casita, though, has, and I'm just guessing because he didn't say, they have three. They have the studio, they have the one bedroom, and they have the two bedroom, which is uniquely California's. Um, I'm gonna guess he's talking about the studio. That's the one they sell the most of. So on the studio, which is $60,000, on a $60,000 product, they're making $15,000, which is 25% profit margins, actually. If you couldn't do the math, there's 15, 30, 45, 60. So there it is. 25% profit margin is not bad at all. Most businesses operate on 10.
The price range by the 722, the price range is online depending on your setup. If it is one bedroom or two bedroom, you can see the price online is about 110.
All right. So that again, and y'all want, if you didn't see part one, which hopefully you have by this video, somebody else had asked a question and he told them uniquely, go online to the website. Why? And I scrolled through the website before to show you. They sent them to the website because they want you to see all of this information. It punches you right in the face. Over 190K reservations for the casita, 53 filings for patents, three factory buildings, over 600 units built, 200 million raised, 50,000 plus investors, plus this share 80 cent per share. Start an investment, stay updated. All this stuff stays here. It goes with you, right? All of this stuff. Order, look, boom. They've got videos. They show you, they tell you about the casita, right? He tells you to go online to see the prices on the website because it has everything. They literally put everything on here. So they put, look, the timeline of the company is on here. So he sends them to the website strategically. Now that's a great chief financial officer.
Is there any plan to seek approval for New York? Absolutely. Most of our demand is coming from California, Texas, Florida, and New York area. So yes, we will look for New York. Is in the plan.
Okay, so I'm going to say they probably asked these questions before he did the first half of the earnings call, before he started taking questions, because he's looking online to get these. They were probably preloaded uh, before the call because he answered that. He said several times, California, Texas, New York, and Florida several times.
Indeed, we're going to look for every single state.
I don't know what he just said.
Um, you said no, the 24 is for everybody. So we're closing not only for new investors, we're closing for all investors, current and new. What is your requirements for individual becoming a dealer? So pretty much, in order to become a dealer, you need to be licensed to do the field prep, the land prep in the state that you want to work with us. You can do it online, by the way. You can register yourself online, and then you come here. We give you a train on how to unfold and install the unit, and you're ready to go. How you consider venture capital?
All right. So what he's talking about there inside the call, I'm gonna back this up because he started asking another question. So um, he said, well, someone asked, how do you become a dealer? I think they said in this call, I have all my notes here, that they have about 80 dealers so far. And yep, 80 approved dealers. So how do you become another one? Again, another job opportunity, right? But this one might not be a W 2 employee like the last guy asked. This one might be an LLC or S Corp opportunity because you're becoming a licensed dealer, right? This wouldn't be a W 2 job. This would be a business, a company, right? So not only are there W 2 opportunities, 9 to 5 opportunities, they're also partnering with other company opportunities in Boxable. And the more approved dealers they have, the stronger they're going to become. And he just told you the process. This is amazing.
Of the unit, and you're ready to go. How you consider venture capital institutional investor for liquidity? That's a good question, Adam. Is saying if we're considering any VC for liquidity, and if there is any concern about capital from crowdfunding is not suitable. Right now, as I said, we closed the year with about, if I remember, yeah, it's about $22 million. It's $21.7 million. And we closed the Q1 indeed slightly ahead, $23 million. If you see our financials, it's a little bit confusing because part, part of our cash is in an account called escrow, which is with Filmmaker. Basically, it's the money that we already raised, but they didn't transfer to us. But if you add that escrow account plus the cash accounts that we have $23 million. I did say also in the early that the burning rate of the company is about $3.2 million, and that is straightforward from the 10K. We can obviously manage that expense. There is a lot of expense going into marketing. So, for example, now that we close on June 24th, our Reg A is going to be significantly going down. A lot of that is what you see about us in social media. Also, we can decrease a little bit the R&D because, as I said, we recently deployed a new product, so R&D should start to slow down. So we are not uh, very concerned about the burning rate, and we also don't want to accelerate, any or I cannot anticipate any liquidity event again because we cannot say it due to SEC if we will have any. Uh, but we believe that we have a solid running rate and solid opportunities without the need of bringing in a VC or any institutional investor. That will also defend the valuation of the company, which is for all of you very important because of your investment on us, right? So we expect that we can keep running with your support and the business support.
All right. That was awesome. So somebody asked, was he going to bring in a VC? A VC is a venture capitalist. That is somebody with a high net worth who goes around looking for private companies and saying, "Hey, I'll give you $200,000 worth of money for your startup investment, $200,000 investment for your startup. But here's the thing: I want 5% equity in the company. Here's the thing: I want royalties. Here's the thing: I want at least a 100% return on my money." So that means you have to give him back $400,000. He gives you 200, you give him 400,000. You just doubled his investment, right? And that's what a venture capitalist is. He said, "No, we're going to continue using crowdfunding," which means they open it up to a bunch of people like this, like on their website. So anybody going to boxable.com can invest. Where is it? Start investment. It takes you right here and it tells you 1,500, but you can start with just 1,000. It says right here, minimum investment $1,000 at 80 shares. It'll buy you 1,250 shares. He said, do not worry about the burn rate of the company, which means their expenses. The expenses are only 3.2 million and we have 23 million on hand. Plus, after June 24th, when the investment opportunity at least $1,000 goes away, we are going to stop advertising a bunch on social media. All the ads you see running, all that stuff, we're going to stop. So a bunch of our burn rate is going to stop. He didn't say how much, but he's telling, and then he brought up something else, R&D or something like that. But basically he's saying, don't worry about it. We got plenty of money on hand. We're raising plenty of money through crowdfunding and we are good to go. No venture capitalists or institutional investors. And I think the reason why they're not doing that is because they don't want any one person like Warren Buffett coming in and basically owning the company because he gives them all the money they need for investing. He could give them $200 million, right? But he might want a 51% stake in the company, which then means he basically owns their company because he owns the majority of shares. And he doesn't want an institution, JP Morgan Chase or BlackRock, to come in and say, yeah, and do the same thing. He doesn't want any one person owning the company. All right.
Is anyway, no, less than $1,000. We don't have any option to invest less than $1,000, unfortunately.
All right. So that's important. He said, somebody asked, can you start an investment in Boxable with less than $1,000? Look, folks, I'm going to tell you something. Listen to me. Look into my eyes. I look sleepy, don't I? I am. Listen, $1,000 is really not a lot of money. Like, I know it may be a lot to you if you're broke or if you don't have it. Believe me, there was a time where I was like, it's not a lot of money. You just, if you don't have it, you're going to miss this opportunity, right? You're just going to miss it. But and it's not funny. Just understand there'll be other opportunities to invest. $1,000 when you talk about investing is not a lot of money at all. And I'm going to tell you something. It takes money to make money, but at least you're asking, and at least you have the right mindset. If you got $500, I would say borrow it from somebody. Borrow half of your retirement. Come up with that money. If this were a concert, could you come up with the money? If this were Jordans, could you come up with the money? If you could come up with the money for anything else, let's come up with the money because this is a golden opportunity. This is platinum. This is platinum. You will not, you'll be hard pressed to find another opportunity like this, but it takes money to make money. And at least you have the right mindset, right? You're not saying, oh, it's too much, I don't want to do it. You're asking if they have a tier lower than that. They do not. In fact, I just showed the tiers on the website, And I'm going to tell you, you have the right mindset. I will give you a shout out for that, because the great not yet late Warren Buffett did say that unless you find a way to earn money, he said, make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. But it does take money to make money.
Carlos, on a webcast.
Oh, I didn't even see the time, but hey, we're gonna end this video right here, and I'll meet you right back here with the next one, the blacksmith. Like, share, subscribe.